Hello there. Hi, I'm back. So, yesterday we had a nothing burger, but we're back. So, did some work today. Not as much as I could have, but definitely did some work. Finished the new ad campaign. So that's the big thing. Maybe I should give a little bit of time for people to come in. I know that the notifications are kind of slow at being sent out. Hello, hey there. Wow, you got here quick. Oh, man. But I'm having issues breathing. But it's all good. That stream quality says good. Let me see the rest. I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry. God, my hair looks so sweaty. So oily, rather. I sent you a link to 2 videos. Cool, I will check them out. Thank you. Gonna start today's stream as early as yesterday. Yeah, my schedule's been kind of all over the place. So maybe I'm gonna start doing streams early in the morning instead. The issue with that though is because like I kind of like working alone in the morning. I feel like it's easier to focus. Because if I start streaming, I think I just might not get as much done as usual because I'd be kind of distracted. I don't know, I'll see. I don't really like streaming super late like this. It's not fun. But because of some like personal commitments that I've had recently, I've just been streaming later. Usually I stream at 3 p.m. CEST. So anyway, let me get into the crux of stuff then. Working alone, what type of work do you do besides being a whole marketing team? Like I mean in terms of like doing the work for the business. I do some stuff on stream, but it's hard to focus on stream. So I prefer to do most of it off stream. And I really like using the morning block to do that. Because what I do intermittent fasting because I get super slow and groggy after I eat. So I don't eat usually until about 1 to 2 p.m. So I like to get a lot of work done in the early morning when I wake up. Usually I get up at around 7, start working 7:30ish, all the way till 1. So I get a lot of work done. So that's why my stream is actually at 3, because I would wake up, do a lot of work. It gets to like 1 to 2. I make some food, I eat, and then it's 3 p.m. and then I stream. Because like during the tired period of my day. Does that make sense? That's kind of why I have it set up that way. Hey Daniel, what's up? Let's get into the ad campaign then. So as the title of the stream, I made a new ad campaign which I launched today, like a little over an hour ago. So that's gonna be going. We're running at 30 euro a day right now. I am gradually going to increase that. But I want to see how it goes first at 30. I don't want to launch fully into 50. Right now I have 5 ads running. I have the one that's been getting me all of the leads so far. I don't want to take that one offline, so I'm just keeping it in the same ad set. I'm keeping it by itself. Maybe I'm going to try it with different hooks, give it some variance, but it's been working decently. The cost per lead on that ad is around 18 euro per lead, which is pretty good. So I intend to keep it. Then I launched a new ad set with 4 ads. 3 of them are video with 3 different hooks, and then the 4th is an image ad. Usually I would think to test those separately, like video and image ads, because videos tend to be prioritized. But for some reason, Facebook keeps recommending that I use both in the same ad set, so I'm assuming they have a good reason for that. So I just put them in the same ad set. I'm still up for being your PA as I asked the previous day. Okay, cool. I will look at the stuff that you send and I'll see. If it's decent, then like you don't have to be super amazing. If it's decent, then that'd be great. This is like honestly, the video editing would be the most useful thing. But I can, and because right now I'm primarily focused on trying to get clients. So the main things that I'm doing every day is scripting and making and editing ads, and I want to start making more content as well for my pages because that's a potential source of leads. So those are really the two big things that we need to do right now. So, and most of the work there is editing. So, and coming up with like video ideas and stuff like that. So it's very video focused. But I will have some more work eventually, especially once we get some clients. And I could definitely show you like some stuff about that. But right now, you just really need to focus on getting the clients. Anyway, let me share the ads. I imagine you probably want to see them. And I should probably share them as well, just to have it be... What's the word? Documented. So let me pull them up. I'll show you the ad set that I'm running. Do I need to plug in my headphones for this? I think I do. I'm not sure. Actually, do I? Even if my volume is down, I think it should still come through on stream. Give me a second. Okay. You're gonna have to tell me if the ad can be heard even when my audio is off. We can hear you perfectly, by the way. Okay, great. Let's see if you can hear the ad too. I'm gonna play it in just a second. I should see the thing show up anyway. What if I told you I could get... It looks like it should be playing. Is it loud enough? I know it's a bit confusing with hearing both mine and mine voice, you know, at the same time. But yeah, could you hear it properly? Appointments booked directly in your calendar in the next 30 days or will work for... Is that audible? Mine is louder. Yes, it should be. How, like, is it... Can you hear it okay, though? Should I raise the volume? This ad is not super edited, by the way. Like, I thought about adding some edits and making the creative more interesting. But I figured, you know what? The offer is strong. I'm just gonna run it the way it is so that I stop delaying it. And then I can work on testing the creative later. So it's pretty simple. Like, there's not any editing here. And the top and bottom are a little cut off because of these borders, but like it's a full 4:5 ratio thing. Is it loud enough though? Should I increase the volume? Maybe I'll increase it a little bit. Do something like this. So let me run this. I'll show you the 3 different versions and then the image ad as well. So I'll play all of this one, and then the other 2 just have different hooks. So I'll just play the hook part of those other 2. Anyway, here it is. What if I told you I could guarantee you 10 or more high-quality appointments booked directly in your calendar in the next 30 days or will work for free? And here's the best part. It won't involve hiring an army of appointment setters, relying on referrals, chasing people, or having to dance on social media every day. None of that. Look, it probably sounds too good to be true, and you're probably likely to tell me to buzz off. But if you give me just 1 minute, I'll explain how it works. Hey there, my name is Debris. I'm the founder of Serpicore, and we help home service businesses completely systemize their client getting so you can consistently and reliably bring in new jobs every month. And I know that the real issue is not just getting people to call in. It's the no-shows, the time wasters, and the nightmare customers who complain about everything. I know that what you really want is a simple way to reliably bring in new customers who show up to their appointments on time, are ready to buy, and aren't a headache to work with. So my offer to you is plain and simple. I personally guarantee that if you use our system, you will get at least 10 qualified, ready-to-buy appointments booked in your calendar in the next 30 days or will work for free. So you can be sure I've got every incentive to get your results fast. It's completely done for you. You won't have to lift a finger, and on top of that, you get to keep the entire system for life. No month-to-month payments or year-long contracts. We build the whole thing for you, hand it over, and it'll consistently bring in new jobs for years to come. So look, if you're interested, you can click learn more below, and it'll take you through to a short video that'll explain the system in its entirety. So worst case scenario, you can just swipe the entire system from us, run it yourself, and start attracting better clients the same day. And if you watch it and decide you'd like the system made for you, you'll have the option to book a call. And just so you know, we only work with 5 businesses each month. That way our clients stay ahead and competitors can't just copy or saturate our system. So if you're seeing this right now, you still have time to act. Just click learn more below, and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, that's it. So that's that entire ad. Most of it is the same across the other two. It's just the hook that's slightly different. I went with one that's, I think, more pain focused, and the other which is more focused on the dream outcome. So I'll play that for you as well. Isn't this a unique selling point you talked about in an early video? Yeah, it is. It is a unique selling point. The 10 plus appointments or we work for free. But it is becoming more commonplace. There's like more marketing agencies that are starting to pitch that as an offer. But I do have a second USB, which I have not actually seen much at all, which is that we provide a system that they get to keep. So most marketing agencies put you on a retainer or put you in a contract. We say no contract, no retainer. You pay one time and you get to keep the system. And we will work for free until you get X results. So that's kind of the USP. It's not articulated like that, but that's basically what it is. Let me show you the other two then. How many hours have you? So this is the other hook. How many hours have you wasted this month on sales calls with people who were never going to buy? What if instead I guaranteed you 10 or more high-quality appointments booked straight into your calendar in 30 days or will work for free? And here's the best part. It won't involve... And then that's the rest of the script is then the same for the other video. And then there's this hook too. Imagine opening your calendar 30 days from now and seeing 10 or more new names booked in, all of which are going to show up on time, will be ready to buy, and won't be a headache to work with. Well, that's exactly what I guarantee, that you'll get 10 or more high-quality appointments booked in your calendar in the next 30 days or will work for free. And here's the best part. It won't... And then that's the hook for that one. And then the rest of the video is the same. So, then we have the static image ad, which... for the first or second. Well, that's why we test. We will see what the market responds best to. I think one is the best because it's just upfront, but sometimes people are like, you know, they need to hear the dream outcome or like how shitty what they're currently doing is. So we'll see how it goes. I have a few more hooks too that I could use. I actually recorded 5 different ones. I'm just running 3 right now. And this is the static image ad. It's pretty easy. Home service business owners get 10 plus appointments every 30 days with customers who show up on time, actually want to buy, and aren't a headache to work with, or we work for free. Click learn more to see how it works. Pretty simple. Then when they actually click on the ad, what happens is they get brought to a page where they get to, let me open that too. Hey, book buyer, what's up? That's an interesting name. Where'd you come up with that one? The library? I'm just messing with you. I'm curious though. Where'd you come up with that? Not much. Yeah, just, you know, going over what I've been doing in the business. Let me show you the page that it gets brought to. So when people click on the ad, they get brought to this site. It's because I buy books. Fair. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. You buy books on Twitch, though? Why is it the Twitch name? So, I don't know how easy this is to see, but I can't make it any bigger. So, when they click on the ad, they get brought here. Discover how we can guarantee you 10 plus high quality appointments in the next 30 days, or we work for free. And then you have this little thumbnail with a little icon badge. Place to put in your details, and then a little extra of what you learn if anybody's interested in reading that. Then when they opt in, what happens is they get brought to here. This is where it plays the video, and then this is where it allows you to schedule a call. So I can actually show you a preview of that so you can see fully how it looks. Here. So when they click on it, this is how it looks. Here's the whole video. They get to click it, watch it, you know, make it full screen, whatever. And then they get the option to schedule a call, which they'll get a calendar here. And then the calendar has some screening questions as well. So like it has the first name, email address, phone number, website link if they have one, their biggest frustration, when they would like to start bringing in customers, and then do you pinky promise you'll show up at the chosen time? Which I just thought that was funny. Then when they book an appointment, they get brought to here. Pretty simple thank you page. I could add some more stuff here, but I just haven't right now. And other than that, we send them an automated email campaign, which right now has 15 emails detailing like 40% of the system ish in detail. And I intend to have probably about 30 emails. And then I would put them to like either a newsletter list, or I would just keep expanding that automation to have more emails so that we keep following up with people who keep opening them so that they could potentially buy months down the line. I also own over 3,000 physical books. Where the fuck do you store them? It's just the username I have used for 20 plus years. I get that. Yeah, makes sense. I came up with a username a while ago as well, which I still use in a lot of my social medias. Not my personal ones, they're my disposable ones. Yeah. Anyway, for anybody who wants to see this video, by the way, because I don't think I played all of it, I actually have another part on my website where you can go access it. It's basically the same thing. The copy is slightly different on the site, but the video is the same. And you can access that with one of the links on my YouTube profile. So that's what I've been working on. I launched that ad campaign. We're gonna start seeing if it's bringing in results sometime soon. Then the next thing I want to test, like I want to see which hooks perform better first. And if we get an idea, if all of them are performing shit, then I will have to keep making more. But if some of them are performing okay, and if the audience is okay, then I'm probably gonna work on the creative next to hook more attention. So we'll see. In the basement in a small-ish room. I cannot fathom what 3,000 books looks like. Like, I'm assuming you have like proper bookshelves all around the inside of the room, but you're saying it's a small room. So I just still can't imagine. Like, how many books would fit on like one decent sized wall? How many books do I think I could fit on this wall? Let me do some quick mental calculation. Maybe about 500, 600, maybe 500. If you did all the walls, I mean, this is I would call this a smallish room. Your smallish definition must be different from mine. Why do you own so many books, and how many of them have you actually read? Don't say all of them. No shot you've read every single book. Maybe you will. Maybe you're like a maniac that loves books. What's your biggest takeaway from a book you've read? Do you read them for entertainment, or do you read them as like a learning experience? Or I'm curious now. Tell me everything. Man, I look so fucking tired. This business is killing me. Jesus. The last week, every time I see myself while streaming, I just look horrible, man. I look like I'm dying. I need to shave too. Ugh. Anyway, is there anything else I need to update? I don't think so. Let me take a quick look. I do want to set up auto confirmation messages. That's something I should do for booked calls. Right now I'm doing the confirmations manually. I might end up forgetting. Okay, I've finished this. Checking my to-do list right now. This is done. Finalize sales script. I actually think I did do that. Yes. This is good. Set up turnstile. I'll do that later. Set up the different agreement letters. I'm actually thinking of not asking for agreement letters anymore and saying that instead we'll agree on the service verbally, they make the payment, and then we will go through the agreement. And I would send them the agreement. I think it's easier. Like, if they insist on an agreement, I can make one and send them one before the payment. But I think I'd rather just take the payment up front. Like, they will know what they're getting. I will go through the entire system. They'll know what to expect. I don't think they need to know, like, the individual details before being able to commit to a payment. Because it just adds extra friction. I really don't want to worry myself about that. There's also so many different kinds of agreements that can exist because of the different downsell offers that I have. So it'd be much easier to just send it afterwards, and I could make it specific to what we agree on. Plan out sales script for calling them after submission. Yes. I have a temporary one that I've made. Set up email nurture campaign. I have that. I need to keep working on it though. Create value documents, training I could use as a VSL. I do have that actually. I could keep making value documents though. Keep writing new ads and ad angles, yes. Phone calling software, yes. And auto messages. Yep. Okay. Anything else here that I worked on? I could probably improve some of the structure of this document because it's insanely long with a lot of sections. 11,000 words. It's not that long. Long enough. That's what she said. Yeah. Work on more ad creatives. That's probably the next thing that I should do. I'm intending right now, I'm thinking of going back to making reels, like standalone reels, not just clips from stream. Because I figure, like, it's just another avenue to get some clients. And those ads are way more likely, sorry, that the content is way more likely to bring in people than the clips are. The clips are fine for growing an audience because some of them are quite funny. But they're not that great for, like, getting any leads. So I'm thinking of just spending all of my time right now writing, making ads, and making content. Because that's basically the most important thing I need. Creating more value documents, lead magnets, stuff like that. Place once we are like, what? Place once we are like the last one. What a cryptic message. What does that mean? I don't understand. Can you rephrase? There's still that YouTube video I really want to finish. But it's really, like, not priority right now. Maybe once I make a sale, I might finish it. Because it's like 60, 70% done. I really just want to get it out there. Just to see how well it does. It's definitely not at the top of the priority list right now. It's at the very bottom, actually. Most important thing for us right now is getting some leads. Let me see my email campaigns. Let me give you stats from that. I don't think I've covered the statistics, like the open rate and stuff. It's not like the most accurate thing, but still interesting to a degree to see who's opening emails and who's not. At least we get some kind of data, So let me open up that. This one, view report. Okay, so our first email that we send out after opt-in has a 38% open rate. Next one has 33%. Next one has 27. Then again 27. Then 10%. So maybe this one is not doing super well because the headline is shit. So let's see. I mean unless it's going to spam, because honestly the headline seems fine to me. How to make your offer feel 10 times more valuable without adding cost. That seems pretty interesting. People really don't want to click on that. Maybe it's just a coincidence. It's not a lot of data. I only have 13 people in this automation right now, and only 10 have been sent that one. Then the next one is 33% open rate. Next one is 33 again. Then 20%. And then the next 3 have not been opened by anybody. So it kind of falls off from there. Maybe, I think that's around the time when I start talking about ads. Simple formula behind ads that actually work. So this one, people liked. And then what's the next one? The number one ingredient your ads are probably missing. Yeah, that would probably not hit everybody because not everybody is running ads. So maybe I should restructure these emails to send them first. So the way I have it structured right now is first I talk about the offer, then I talk about ads, then I talk about landing pages, and then about a follow-up and sales. That's kind of how it works. Because that's kind of the order that the things happen in. But maybe I should either reformat the headlines to be more inclusive of people who are not running ads. Maybe I could include some kind of lead magnet in one of them, which is like, if you've never ran an ad campaign, here's a document that teaches you how to do it extremely easily. You could get it set up in 15 minutes. That could do really well. And then I could, once I teach them that, then I could spend the next few emails talking about the pieces of the ads. Then talk, you know what? I'm going to write that down. I think that that's a good idea. For the email nurture system, when I start talking about ads, maybe make the first email a really good, easy tutorial on how to run Facebook ads. Either be in the email or give a separate resource as a lead magnet. Then it would be easier to get people's attention about ads for the following emails. And I imagine open rate would be higher, and the lead magnet would would get some leads to re-engage. Maybe I could do this in general, have kind of stops every 8-ish emails with an additional useful resource to get leads to re-engage consistently. That would probably be an improvement. Anyway, that's about it. Don't really have much else to say. That's kind of all I've been doing. Still have some stuff to work on. Making progress slowly. We'll see how the ad campaign starts doing. I'm gonna start slowly increasing the budget. And yeah, that's about it. So If anybody has anything to say or any remarks to add or any questions to ask, speak now or forever hold your peace. Anybody? I'll give it a few seconds because I don't know how delayed the stream is. Usually pretty delayed. Probably like 15 seconds or so. Maybe 10 to 15 seconds. I'm not sure actually. Never really checked. It is on like ultra low latency, supposedly. It looks like not. So anyway, thanks for watching. You know, happy to have you all here like usual. Don't know what time I'm gonna stream again tomorrow. I really need to like come up with a new schedule because I'd also like to take some more calls in the evening with possible leads because most of my leads right now that have been coming from America and Canada. And I don't have a lot of slots open on my calendar at that time. I actually only have one each day. So by moving the stream further down and doing it closer to the morning would be better. Maybe like 10 a.m., something like that. I could wake up at 7, do some work for a few hours, get to 10 a.m., do a stream for an hour, and then I'd be free for the remainder of the day, and it'd be easier to take calls. Maybe I'm gonna do that. I'll see. I need to restructure my to Aikido my calendar. So anyway, that's about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see some of you tomorrow. See ya.